We've got Matt Dowd here.
Yes, who
is
command of the English language.
Poet laureate, no chattering class. Matt, you wrote a very bold column today at abcnews.com trying to channel the female part of your spirit and talking about what women want in a presidential candidate. What do women want in a presidential candidate, and how will we see that play out tonight?
Well, like all these, you try to shortcut these for various windows, and it's obviously more complex than a lot of times we try to lay down in 500 or 600 words or in 7-second sound bites.
Are you evading my question, Matt?
No, I'm about to answer your question for everybody out there that thinks like I'm some expert on women or whatever. No, I think what I think happened last time is that women voters, all voters, but women voters specifically, want somebody that's got a lot of energy, want somebody that's strong, especially in an anxious time, in a time of concern where people don't exactly know where to go. And even if they may disagree with them on the issues, they want somebody that's like bold, decisive, and can carry a room. And I think what you saw last time is Mitt Romney came that way, and was that way. He carried the room and basically controlled the conversation to a large degree and felt like he wanted to be there. Barack Obama didn't come with a lot of energy, as we've talked about before, didn't come with a sense of certainty and a sense of clarity. And I think as you saw the poll numbers move, the primary group of voters that moved the most was women. That when the reason why President Obama lost his 4 or 5 point lead and now is probably even or 1 point behind is women voters primarily shifted to Mitt Romney.
Now, I do love to see that sensitive feminine side of you, Matt, but tell me this.
It's adorable.
Every time we've talked, you've had a revelation or a premonition about what's going to happen in the polls afterwards. Now, this has been incredibly volatile over 2 weeks. Can it continue to be this volatile? Could we walk away a week from now or 5 days from now saying, boy, this race tipped another 5 points, one way or the other?
Well, I don't know if it'll tip 5 points, Amy, but I do think right now, if the election were held today, if you looked at the polls and took everything for what it was, Mitt Romney would win the popular vote of the country, and Barack Obama would win the Electoral College. So those two things would diverge for only the third time in the history of our country. Second time, obviously, since 2000 when it happened to President Bush. And that's where we are today. And so I don't think it'll move 4 or 5 points, but that fact, it could move in one way or the other. You could sort of, how if Mitt Romney comes really well and the president doesn't show up, Mitt Romney could take the popular vote lead and the Electoral College lead in the aftermath of tonight. Or it could go back, and so or it could stay exactly the same, which we'd be faced now with the next debate to have to deal with this. But I wouldn't be surprised if where we are today doesn't move one way slightly, 2 or 3 points, which shifts that, or moves the other way slightly, 2 or 3 points. That could easily happen, and it's likely to happen.
They're yelling in our ears, Matt, that you need to leave this set and go to the other set on the other side of this large room for the broadcast network coverage of the debate. Thank you for coming by and dropping that knowledge on us about your feminine side. We appreciate that.
Anytime.